sleeping with a client who has a family. So the story goes back to 2020 for 22nd exam, and I worked with kids at the time. I can't give away the actives we did BC. This certain activity doesn't have a lot of schools. Privacy reasons the school was shutting down at the end of that year. But that summer, I grew a really close connection with all of these students and their parents. It was truly sad. The school was open for only a short time, and a lot of kids came here for self-confidence. One of these kids had real bad anger problems from time to time. This led me to get especially close with this child. With getting close to the kid, came getting close to the mom, 40 seconds F, who only ever brought the kid. We started to talk a lot after classes, and she would end up getting me a job where she worked. BC, the school was closing down. At this job, that I can disclose BC of privacy, me and the mom would end up getting really close. She would confide in me that her relationship was super difficult. Her husband was an alcoholic and domestically abusing her and her son. Coming from a home of alcohol abuse and domestic abuse, this really hit home for me, and I felt like I had to be there for her. We would end up falling for each other, seeing each other at work all the time. Texts got bigger, emotions got more complicated, calls got longer. Then it happened. We were both drunk, emotions sprung, not thought out, just desperation honestly, and regretted it. And we were caught. Not in person but virtually. He put times together, so to today. I would end up going to therapy about all this. Losing that school, losing her, feeling like I failed as a young man who knew about these internal family systems and struggled to make things better in a family. But as I talked and talked, logic settled in. I realized that I'm not the problem, and that she is. And she needs to stand up in her own relationship. I would end up reaching out this September and really call her out about how she fucked me up with all this, but I also understood her situation. We both realized how much feelings we had for each other on this call. We spent a lot of time together at the job and the school the year before, and realized we never really talked about it. The domestic and alcohol abuse had gotten worse in that year time frame. Now we're calling every weekend, almost seeing each other every week. She has in therapy, she has getting a separation, she has a lawyer, she has friends who back her decisions, and we're basically a situationship now while she's trying to move out. We don't feel so bad about it. BC, she is going through with letting go of this toxic man. We have been getting really close now. It's not good. I'm 20 seconds while she's in her 40s. It will never work. But I really do love being there for someone, especially someone who's going through what I just watched as a child. Cheating is horrible. Yes, but this guy dug his own pit. This situation has only shown me that cheating is clearly cause and effect. If this guy did go to AA and attempt relationship therapy, I'm probably never in the picture. And yes, she's no good either. So gonked. But clearly a victim of a sick human and a sick relationship. Clearly needs herself and self-love after all this trauma. From him. Like the only thing I'm learning from the older generation of fathers. Don't be like them. Cry, be emotional. Talk about boundaries, attempt to learn, get out of traditional values, listen, do chores, take things calmly, don't put your hands on children or spouse, do therapy, fight your own demons. Connect, laugh, have fun, relax, have the conversations that need to be had, not debates, with your children and spouse. It's not all that simple, but goddamn, the intergenerational trauma stuff is too real.